Good afternoon, Vernon. As you can see, we are outside today. So I am Karen Davino, Superintendent of Schools. With me is Mr. Villanueva,
hey,
one of our wonderful art teachers here in Vernon and the coordinator of Artstanding. So before I kick it over to Mr. Villanueva, a couple of really important things. Friday night, this Friday, right? June 10th, 5 to 8 p.m. here at Lounsbury. Look how beautiful it is outside. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be outside at Lounsbury Hollow having Artstanding, the most wonderful art festival there is, and we expect lots and lots of people to come, lots of performances. We have an outdoor stage, we have places for artwork, interactive things for kids to do and for adults to do. And Mr. V is going to talk just a little bit about some of the things you would expect on Friday night right here at Lounsbury.
very good. So I'm going to walk you through what you can expect. You're going to walk in with hundreds of people, if not thousands of people. You're going to see a few of our best food vendors, local food vendors. But you're not going to want to stop for food yet because you're going to want to see some of the great things that are happening. Off to your right is going to be this amazing photo op that I'm not going to tell you too much about, but Mr. Demsack and his crew up at the high school have been working hard on something really cool.
Top secret.
Top secret.
I like it. You have to come to find out.
Yeah, yeah. And then Cedar Mountain will have this whole dance routine prepared for you guys. I'm sure that's going to be fantastic. Off to the other side will be the high school art teachers who put together like this piece thing, and it's a surprise to see what happens, but it's you putting it together.
So hold on, I want you to continue, but let's help the audience understand how important their participation is in the piece thing.
Okay.
So if you come and you go to that station and you want to participate, even if you have no art experience, not an artistic bone in your body, you can still contribute to this wonderful surprise that comes out of this workshop.
That is exactly correct.
Excellent. Okay.
Very good. Off to the side of that is a tie-dye station. We had some custom Artstanding t-shirts printed up, which you can then purchase and tie-dye and take home with you.
And if you've seen the flyers that are around town, the logo that's on the front of the shirt,
Kyle Butel made an amazing logo, which I think we should keep as our logo from now on, by the way.
I think that's wonderful.
Right.
And what's great about it, is that when you see it on the flyers, it's got some great colors on it, right? Because we're talking about art and artwork. But at the tie-dye station, that beautiful logo by Kyle Butel will be black and white.
It'll be black and white.
And you can
until you tie-dye.
Exactly. So what do we love about tie-dye? You can choose your own colors. You've done tie-dye in your backyard. Why not give us the opportunity Friday night to have your children come and do the tie-dye? You can take one home yourself as a parent, right?
That's right.
And now you also have a wonderful piece of memorabilia from Artstanding.
Exactly. Perfect. And then you're going to walk into the gym. You will hear Miss Krotz's chamber orchestra performing for you, and you'll see the artwork from pre-K and kindergarten first, right through all the schools ending at Glen Meadow. And then you can leave there and go upstairs. We will have tech demonstrations by Mr. Romano and Mr. Joseph. I don't understand quite exactly what their robot things do, but they look cool. I've seen it happen. You can come back down into our library here where the high school robotics thing is set up. Have you seen that?
I have seen some of the robots and the robot pieces. It's really cool. I was at the high school the other day. So remember, one of the great things about Artstanding is we're looking at K to 12. So when Mr. V is talking about artwork at K1 or 2 level and then 12th grade, same thing with robotics, right? What you'll have the opportunity to see as families and as members of our community is seeing how robotics starts in our programs at the elementary level and what it looks like when you get seniors in high school who know about programming, know about coding, and have actually won competitions, and some who are even going to college for computer science or for coding. And that's really the beauty of Artstanding, is that we get to celebrate everything from K to 12, and our students, some of them go into the workforce, some of them to go to college, but it's because teachers like Mr. V and lots of other teachers in the district have prepared your children and have given them all these really wonderful experiences, right? So the technology is another thing, and that's what you were saying that people will see in the library and a couple of other locations, right? So what else is happening?
All right, so then we'll make our way up the hallway, and Mr. Bohm's Barbershop Quartet will be performing throughout the evening. Then as you make your way down the hall this way, you can see ukulele. You can take ukulele lessons. Mr. Frensko's group has kids teaching people how to play the ukulele.
It doesn't get any better than that, right?
So cool.
So if you've never picked up ukulele before, just so you know, it is a 4-stringed instrument. It's very easy to play. You can use one finger to play chords. Believe me, it's easy. I could teach it, but I'm not going to teach it. Better than me is having our students do it, right?
Absolutely. And we're talking about 4th and 5th graders who learned it in a marking period.
Yep,
so you
Mr.
can learn how to
Frensko.
play ukulele.
See that? More to do on Friday night.
Yeah, and then you can move over one more room and there will be interactive mural painting. A mural will end up hanging up on the side of Lounsbury and you can participate in the painting of that. Next to that is the cosmetology setup where they're doing, I'm not exactly sure if it's makeovers. I know they're doing hair extensions. She's putting on some sort of presentation. This lady is so much fun.
It doesn't matter. If you don't know Miss Susan at the high school, she is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
Fabulous.
And Miss Susan, and she is Susan D. Scorfagna Catania, but everybody calls her Miss Sue.
Right.
And she is going to be working with our Cosmo students who, by the way, our cosmetology program, just a shameless plug, when our students graduate Vernon High School, they all pass their Cosmo boards, their exams, and they all go out and work. So we're very, very proud of that program. And Miss Sue has amazing energy. So if you have a child who's interested in hair, nails, eyelash extensions, hair extensions, color, they do everything. So I'm not sure what her display is going to be like, but I'm sure it will be
good.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Yep. Now back here where we're sitting is where the high school artwork will be set up.
Okay.
And of course this is the top of our program and these guys are amazing. You'll be blown away by what you see. Behind us is the outdoor stage. The outdoor stage will be busy from 5 o'clock straight through to 8 o'clock. Performance after performance after performance. The schedule of performances will be on the map, which will be handed out at the door. Also handed out at the door, if you choose to participate, is a scavenger hunt for kids. Upstairs, towards the cafeteria, we have, of course, the culinary department, which everybody knows I love.
Nice.
And they have a few presentations that you can check out.
So if you're a foodie, you'd want to check that out, right?
I think so, yes. And across from them upstairs is the monster display that we mentioned last time, which starts with the little kids and culminates with the big kids reinterpreting their ideas.
Yeah. So a couple of other things, and then you'll correct me if I'm missing anything. So when you're coming on Friday night, 5 to 8 o'clock, the event is here at Lounsbury, but because we've had literally thousands of people come to this event, I mean, look at how beautiful the weather is. We expect the same kind of weather on Friday evening. You won't be parking here at Lounsbury, right?
Right.
There are shuttles from Glen Meadow.
Right.
So your best bet is to park at Glen Meadow and shuttle over. You can park at Rolling Hills and walk over if you like, but there will not be parking here at Lounsbury Hollow, certainly for handicapped folks. You know, we've made accommodations for that, but in general, there will not be parking here at Lounsbury. So it's really important to know where you can park. The other thing was food, right? So we do have food vendors.
Right.
They are cash only, right? So make sure you bring some cash for food vendors. I know that we have Scout Goods is going to be here. I think Dairy Swirl will be here. And then another group called Homer's Girls, which I think does more traditional food truck type items, finger foods and that kind of thing. But you come hungry because we're going to feed you. Our culinary students do a great job, but it's not enough to feed everyone, right? And also the shirts that we talked about, those are for purchase, right? So come with some cash and make sure that you don't try to park here, right? And then anything else that we're thinking that we might want to remind people
to be ready to participate and be ready for some surprises.
Oh, I have one more. There's another, can I talk about reflections for a minute?
Sure.
Okay, so one of the new things that we have this year, and credit to Mr. B and all the other amazing teachers who've worked so hard on this. So during COVID, and we might have talked about this in our last video, people found different ways to cope with being isolated or not working or the stress of having the family, the job, the children all under one roof. And we have a really wonderful station set up that really is allowing people to reflect on what occurred during that time and if they used an art medium or music or something to try to get through, right?
A coping mechanism or just a getaway.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted to bring it up is that we're starting to move away from COVID, right?
Right.
September, we hope, is the most normal year we've had in 3 years. And sometimes it's important to name what it was, recognize what helped you, and move forward, right? So if you get a chance to check that out, that's new.
Yep.
And there are a whole bunch of other things that are surprises,
Right.
and the participation is as much or as little as you
Exactly.
can, right?
Exactly. Right. No pressure.
Yeah, you can sit and get some
But
ice
do it.
cream, and watch the music, or you can do tie-dye and take your children and be part of the murals. So I can't thank Mr. V enough. He has worked really, really hard on this. I'd like to thank the Student Life Committee of the Board of Education, also Mr. Gagliastro, who's been working on this with us, Tara Brennan, who works here in the schools and has been a part of Artstanding for many years.
Cool. How about a quick plug for district maintenance?
Oh,
These
my
guys
goodness.
have been great for us.
Absolutely. They've trimmed our trees, and they've mowed the lawns, and made sure that we are ready to go, for the weekend. So district maintenance and facilities have done a tremendous job
Right.
in getting us ready, even down to getting supplies for Artstanding
Exactly.
at the last minute. So thank you to all of the folks that have helped us out. And Friday night, there is nowhere else you should be but here,
That's right.
right? So we can't wait to see you Friday night, this Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. here at Lounsbury for Artstanding.